Hi, welcome to the WorldCat 320cc boat tour video. I'm your host, Dean Travis Clark, and this is an all-new boat for WorldCat. It's a center console. Now, some of you might know that WorldCat has a 320EC, that's their express version. But as I said, this is an all-new boat. So why don't you step aboard, I'll give you the quick tour, and then we'll take it out for a sea trial. Let's start here at the transom. There's this big, hefty door with great stainless latches. But when you come out here, look at this big swim platform walk-through. And this is WorldCat's signature optional ladder. Seems like, though it's optional, everybody wants it because it really works well. Another new feature are these boxes in the transom. Lots of room, they drain overboard, and they have these pliers and knife holders here just on the outboard side of them. Everything you could need right here in the transom. Come on, let's go forward. This module comes as standard equipment. Comes with a sink with a freshwater hose shower, a 45-gallon live well with full column inflow and adjustable outflow so that you can pressurize it and your baits will never be damaged no matter how rough it gets. Here's another feature that's unique to WorldCat. This little push button, press it, it pops up and gives you a place to tie your fenders. You can't put them on the cleat because you already have your dock line there. Look at the size of this fish box. 300 quarts, there's a mirror image one on the other side, and they have a diaphragm pump in here instead of a macerator. It pumps a little bit slower, but it'll run dry forever, and you can pump an entire bait fish through it and it won't even clog it up. This is a very cool feature unique to WorldCat. This is lockable rod storage. There's a mirror image unit on the other side, and it's so well designed that it can accommodate two 50s and a 30 rig. You are not going to believe all the storage up here in the forward section of this boat. And every storage spot is insulated. So you can use it as a fish box, you can use it for drinks or food. They all drain. And then behind here, under the gunnel, on both sides, are more drink holders and a nice catch-all storage space there. And they all drain too. Now, you are not going to believe the anchor lockers on this boat. The entire beam width of the bow is all anchor locker. Even though you only see a small section here, it's open all the way through. You can store fenders in here, anchor rod, anything you want. There's even a raw water outlet with a hose here so you can wash off your anchor and the chain as it comes aboard. The ergonomics of this helm station are fabulous. Heavily padded cushions, a bolster that folds down and up so that you can either sit or lean against it. This broad expanse of electronics dashboard can handle two 15-inch displays plus other smaller displays, and this stows down in the console nice and neat out of the way. The Suzuki 300s come with electronic controls. There's a tilt steering wheel. And look at this gorgeous hardtop. It comes as standard equipment and it integrates so beautifully with this tempered safety glass wraparound windshield with the pantograph wiper. So, come on, let's go for a ride.
The WorldCat 320 planed in 3 seconds with no bow locks. With twin Suzuki 300 4-stroke outboards, a top speed of 52 miles per hour came at 6,100 RPM while burning 44.7 gallons per hour. Cruising along comfortably at 35 miles per hour, we burned only 19.1 gallons per hour at 4,300 RPM, meaning economy on the order of almost 2 miles per gallon.
So that's the WorldCat 320 center console. As you can see, it runs fast, it runs dry, and I promise you, you will never find a smoother riding boat than a catamaran. So why don't you run to your nearest local dealer, check it out, and by the way, do yourself another favor, try to take it out on the nastiest day you can find.
The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
Today I'm on the WorldCat 320cc, and WorldCat makes a lot of claims about this boat, so today I'm here to check out her performance and do a full test. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve.
The WorldCat 320cc has a length overall of 32 feet 2 inches and a beam of 10.6. Her top speed with the twin Suzuki 300s was 52 miles per hour, and best cruise came in at 2,500 RPMs and 17.8 miles per hour, where her fuel burn was 8.1 gallons per hour and range was 595 miles. That's what the spreadsheet says anyway. In the real world, I found her to be most comfortable in the 3,000 to 3,500 RPM range. That was where my hands settled the throttle at more often than not, and that had us cruising between 23 and 28 miles per hour while burning 11 to 15 gallons per hour.
Monohull boat builders will say that cat boats always lean outboard in the turn. So let's see about that right now. I'm going 34 to 3,500 RPMs, 27 miles an hour, and I'm going to put it into a turn, and you can see the horizon. As I hit the turn, the boat starts out level, and then it leans into the turn. There is no leaning outboard. As I stabilize the turn, come back to straight, we're flat again. That was to starboard, so let's take the torque factor of the engines out of it. I'll do another turn to port. We're now going into a head seat. I come around to port. The boat starts out level and then leans right into the turn. So there is no outboard leaning in the turns. Now the only thing about the 320cc that could be considered uncomfortable is when you put it into a turn, because it starts the turn flat, it throws you out to the side of the turn, but you get over it real quickly. Once you know it's going to do it, you're prepared for it. Then it starts to lean into the turn and now you're more stabilized. But that said, this isn't a sport boat. This isn't a boat for skiing and tubing and wakeboarding. This is an offshore performance fishing machine. And for that purpose, it does what it does excellent. Now putting the boat into a head seat, it's throwing the water out to the sides quite nicely, and it's taking the waves very gently. There's absolutely no pounding going on in this hull. It's a very nice and comfortable ride. Heading back downwind with the following sea, there's no tendency to push the boat around at all, so it's still very comfortable. But as I come down into the sea, it digs in and throws water heavily out to the sides, and I can adjust that a little bit by just trimming up, and I'm going right on through this following sea, and it's much more comfortable. Now in a beam sea, it's a dream boat. I mean, it is such a nice, smooth ride, and it's riding nice and level. We're not even going up and over the waves. We're slicing through them without even throwing much water at all. I like the handling of a WorldCat a lot better for getting in and around the dock because the engines are so far apart. I just have better maneuverability.
When it comes to the height of the center console, I'd like to see the option for a molded-in step, just so someone my height can have better visibility over the top.
Well, there's our look at the performance and handling of the WorldCat 320cc. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.